Drake is one of those guys that makes the music that, but he's a hybrid because he's a hip hop artist at the same time. He's, so he can deliver both the. I think when they recognize you as a hip hop talent, you can bridge to other things. But when you are R&B, you're R&B.
In a bold statement that has raised eyebrows across the hip hop community, 50 Cent issued a stark warning to Drake. The infamous rapper turned entrepreneur cautioned the Canadian superstar that if he wasn't careful, he might end up facing a fate similar to that of Diddy. The warning comes at a time when Drake is at the top of his game, but the words from his former friend and rival cannot be ignored. 50 Cent's comments are fueling speculation about the future of both artists.
Welcome back to Marcus at Work Media. So, Fiddy recently did an interview with Hot 97 with Ebro, and he kind of started talking about the Kendrick Lamar battle as well as his thoughts with the J. Cole thing. So first off,
do you think you watched the battle between them? You was paying attention? Yeah, was it entertaining for you as a rap fan?
It was good for the culture, bro. I mean, both of them produced materials up to standard faster. At first, I had Kendrick not even in it because it was like boom, boom, he hit 2-3 times, and I ain't seen nothing coming from Kendrick. And then it was like Kendrick was making a CD instead of a response.
Kendrick is always gonna be immediate, dog. And I told him, I said, because he has the ability to make you believe he had no idea this was gonna happen. Like I look at him and I go, nah, you can't do that to me.
Right, I know.
You knew you was working.
Right.
You worked on it and it paid off. Don't act like you didn't know it was gonna happen. And he's like,
he does that.
Because he'll be like, yo, like wow, like that energy's there.
Did you think Kendrick had it in him to go as hard as he did?
Look, when they started going, that they like us, I don't have to tell you how territorial West Coast people are.
Yeah, it's not just artists.
Just the people in general. So when he gets to the West Coast side, and they not like us, they going to get together. Like, you put them on the stage together, that was all done properly.
Yeah, no, it was...
You enjoyed it.
Yes. They're different artists.
So among all of that, whether you agree or disagree, he also led into the whole J. Cole situation. He felt that the J. Cole situation kind of hurt him a little bit. He was expecting some competition, some pushback from Cole.
What about J. Cole?
50 Cent and Drake have had a complicated relationship over the years. Though their careers intersected early on, they've had their share of disagreements and moments of tension. 50 Cent has never been shy about voicing his opinions, especially when it comes to other celebrities in the hip-hop world. This warning to Drake is just the latest chapter in their ongoing dynamic, which has had its share of ups and downs.
Well,
what happened? What happened to
He
him?
didn't want to be a part of it.
He said he didn't want. That's not who he was.
I know.
So what happened with J. Cole?
So how about that? I'm just saying to you, the culture, the competitive nature of it.
So do you think that someone can be, because we defended J. Cole because frankly it wasn't in him to do it, and he made the decision.
And he took ownership. He didn't run from it. He took ownership of it. He was like, yo, he said I made a whack move. He even apologized, and he dipped out. Now, the only problem I have was recently he just put out a song, I don't know if you heard it, called Port Antonio, where he said, I would have won the battle, but I would have lost the brother. And we was like,
yeah, we didn't agree with that. That wasn't a great move.
You can't say that. You can't come out and say
but
I would have won.
Do you think you're disqualified? Is he disqualified from being in the greats conversation?
Wait a minute. You just said feelings were valid, guys. You just said his feelings were valid.
They are.
And it's why when he stopped, it's because he felt like he could lose a brother. But he would have won the battle. Now, we did think, I was looking for J. Cole. Like, I'm like, ooh, let me see what he's going to do. And that
J. Cole's nice.
Yes.
Dead nice.
Yes. And then when I go, oh, no. Why did you do that? I wanted to call him and tell him, don't do that. No. No.
You think it hurts him?
Yes.
Now, he carried on a little bit, talking about his Las Vegas residency and all of that. Nobody cares about that. So, do you guys agree with what he said about J. Cole or what he said about Kendrick and or Drake dealing with the battle in the current state of things? Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Marcus at Work Media, and I'm out. Diddy.
You know, I kind of wanted to touch on some old school stuff that I seen you talk about before, man.
Do it, bro.
You know, I had seen that, you know, you kind of knew 50 Cent before he blew up.
Yeah.
What was that like?
50 was the type of dude that kept like a little, he kept like a little pad with him. And he wrote everything down. You understand? Me and him caught the plane. We was going to Vegas. And I gave him my card. My business card was savoir faire, security, management, and everywhere. You know what I mean? So 50 did a song about that. You know what I'm saying? And he put that in the song. And some years, about a year or so ago, not even a year or so ago, he said that when he dropped my name, he said, yo, I got the savoir faire. I got that from Big Gene. He been trying to tell y'all about this Puff shit years ago. But 50 was the type of dude that if you knew he was with you, he was with you. Even back then, he had your back whether you was security or whatever you did. If he was with you, he was with you. And that's what you gotta love about him. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta question his loyalty, you know what I'm saying, on some fight shit or if you in a situation. Cause he going out.
Well, I guess you were hanging around him or knew him, right before he got shot.
Well, what happened is that I had got some information. 50 came to my house. I tried to fit him on a vest, but I'm like, at the time I was like a 3X. And 50 was like a large, you know what I'm saying? So he couldn't really fit the vest, but I gave him a cover to try to tell him, because he had some pads, some vest pads. So I just told him what the situation was that I knew. And told him he had to watch himself because those cats was gonna come at him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah. And he was supposed to be going to Cancun. And I told him, if you come to Cancun, I got you, because I used to be down there doing security at Daddy-O's. You understand? And I had people down there that I knew that was from Puerto Rico, and they was working down there, so they should make sure when I hit the island, anything and everything I needed, I could get it right there on the island. You understand? They work directly with the syndicate. So 50 was supposed to come down.
To understand the warning 50 Cent gave Drake, it's important to look at 50 Cent's views on Diddy. The mogul has had a long and successful career, but 50 Cent has often criticized Diddy's business moves, personal relationships, and overall influence in the entertainment industry. From 50's perspective, Diddy's success came at the cost of some questionable decisions, both professionally and personally. 50 Cent's warning suggests that he believes Drake could fall into similar traps.
And he didn't make it because they had shot him up. I don't know if he was coming in the first place, but he was supposed to, because he was paid half the money to come down there to perform How to Rob an Industry Cat.
And when was the next time you seen him after that?
The next time I seen 50 after that was at Jack the Rapper. He had blew up. Man. He was like, he was this dude and everything like that. And I was sitting we was in Puerto Rico, and I was sitting by myself, just chilling, and he had his whole entourage with him. He came directly over to me. He like, yo, Gene. I was like, yo, what up, Fit? I said, what up, 50? He said, what's up, man? He said, yo, put his hand out to me, and he grabbed my, he said, yo, they can't stop what God got planned. Went on about his business. And then he blew up crazy.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about 50 going so hard at Diddy with the documentaries and, what did he do to 50 that made him hate him so much, man? That's crazy.
Well, I think it's just, you got to look at it like this. 50 was writing a lot of shit that made a lot of money for Diddy. And he knew back then in the day, he didn't know what he know now, but Diddy was robbing him. You understand? Mm-hmm. Bringing those kids in and say, yo, here, write this verse for me, man, for this, stuff like that. And giving them $5,000,
You understand? Or $10,000, and you making 100,000 or 200,000 or maybe 2 million off of it, or $1 million, whatever the case may be. See, people call that good business. That's not good business. That's taking a person's talent, using it for your own self-indulgence, and not giving him what it's worth. When you could have been teaching these kids, you could have been helping these kids, and maybe these kids would have been helping you at the point you are right now. So, if that's the case, he have every right. But 50 is doing this for the culture. You understand? If it's going to be told, he going to have it, and it's going to be told the right way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 50, he go hard on Diddy, man. It's constant on his Instagram. It's kind of, it's pretty entertaining to see him be so passionate about his hate for Diddy.
Listen, how many of your enemies you love?
On the other hand, Drake represents the new generation of artists with his unique blend of rap, R&B, and pop. Drake has built a career that spans over a decade, constantly reinventing himself and dominating the charts.
It'll be fun too. Baton Rouge, the whole business, the whole shit. I want to talk about that. I did not want to get into Puff.
I know, but as soon as I see you, I feel like we're supposed to fight.
Why?
Because he ruined.
He knows he's responsible.
No, he's ruined hip hop culture.
Responsible.
Because New York City culture music is damaged because of him specifically. He was the program director. He was supposed to play the records every time.
But it's a new era, right? We got, like you said, A Boogie, 401, Cash Cobain.
Yep.
Musically,
those are the people I mentioned. Who do you know?
Who I know?
The young guys. The young guys.
Lola Brooke. Who else do I love out of here?
We love
Coyle Ray.
Coyle Ray, Jersey.
Tierra Whack.
Well, that's Philly. He wants New York.
Oh, he wants New York. Okay.
Who else do I love out of here?
Go ahead.
Just give me one more.
I want to make sure I say a name that I actually, you know what I'm saying? Somebody I actually fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just.
What about Chef G?
Oh, I love Chef G. Chef G, Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, Chef G.
They don't love us too much.
No.
Because y'all don't play the records. Y'all don't play the records.
And
it's lit.
That's not why.
And it's lit.
No, that's not why. That's not why. It's because if we want to get into it, it's because Chef G and Sleepy Hollow got used by Donald Trump up in the Bronx.
Paul, let's not bring politics into our culture.
Too late.
We don't want politics here. So, look, as soon as you start to do that, right, you start to, look, with anybody else.
Divisive.
Yeah, but anybody else bring him at this point?
Bring who?
Yes.
What do you mean bring
The connection is they both have RICO charges.
Yeah.
No, we know that.
Right,
and that's why I
there's
didn't have
nobody
no
else that's going
problem
to bring them to that platform. And it's big for them to be there. Don't escape that. Like, even if you...
No, but we talked about that.
I knew that
they was working their angles to... Listen, when you're talking about artists getting proximity to a politician, someone like Trump, there absolutely is something in it for both of them.
Yes.
Right? Trump's using it to ingratiate himself to the audience.
Explain about it. His gun charge is gone.
There you go.
Ask Kodak Black.
Yeah.
He's free.
Right. And so people like that. And most people from where they come from can't get that close to a politician.
Right. No, that's why.
We understand that, but then they tried to blame Rosenberg that they got yanked from Summer Jam.
Which was not true.
And
they ran with it because it was a good story, but it was not true.
Oh, man. What happened at Summer Jam?
Man, good old days, right?
Yeah, the Summer Jam was...
Yo, you coming back this year?
No, but...
50 Cent's warning to Drake isn't just based on their personal dynamics. There are some noticeable parallels between Drake's rise to fame and Diddy's. Both artists have transcended their respective genres, become moguls in their own right, and garnered massive influence in the world of entertainment. However, 50 Cent sees the way Diddy navigated his business empire, through strategic alliances, controversy, and a mixture of highs and lows, as a potential blueprint Drake should avoid.
Apparently I was banned for a little while. Wasn't this
After the...
So leave me banned, ladies and gentlemen. Leave me banned. I'm fine where I'm at now. I'm fine where I'm at. Don't unban me because no one's there to get. When's Jay's coming to Summer Jam?
I'm sorry?
When's Jay-Z coming to Summer Jam?
Jay-Z coming back?
It's been a long time.
When's Jay-Z coming back anywhere? We waiting for him to come a lot of places. I want him to come on the show.
No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. It's hot out here, man. It's hot out here. You gonna see
So,
him nowhere.
real question. How much of what we see when you trolling people on Instagram is real dislike, and how much of it is just
you can't help yourself
having fun because you like trolling?
I'm preconditioned from behaviors that you guys have exercised in front of me. I've watched you.
It's all our fault.
It is. I'm doing my version of Ebro on my Instagram. That's it. It's just not politics. It's a little more.
It's a little bit more.
A little more cultural.
A little bit more.
Honed in. But you look. I'm not. None of that is really personal. It's me just having fun with the thing. And I see things and I go, oh my God. Like, they usually respond to things that make you uncomfortable. They like it when it makes the artist uncomfortable because they don't feel like you're bearing the same pressures they're bearing.
Right.
So you ain't worried about the light bill. Right. You ain't worried about certain things that people, they're personal pressures. So they look at it, when they see you compromise, they kind of enjoy it a little bit.
Do you, going all the way, because I've been, I'm a pocket watcher, so I've been watching money for a long time.
I'm watching my money.
There's a lot to watch.
It's actually fun and it's inspiring.
No, we're proud of you too. We're proud of you too. Even though I know you owe me money from all the support I've given you in the liquor and all the things we promoted throughout the years, but
this guy really ruined that culture.
Going back to the Smart Water deal, like which was your first. That was your first $100 million deal. Like that was unprecedented at the time. I would love to hear how you've used that money, and is that money still money you use today, or is that just like how does that work? Like, because I've never had $150 million, so I don't know how you stretch that out over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
It's still new money because by the time you that year, the taxes for it, and then you within lifestyle, you start to do things that you add things into lifestyle. They kind of eat through that money in different ways, and then by then there's new opportunities, new deals that's going through, so it doesn't really matter as much. It's really with lifestyle. Like I got.
But you never were an overspender, though.
Nah.
Diddy's career has been marked by both monumental success and high-profile controversies. As the head of Bad Boy Records, he transformed the hip-hop industry, but his public persona has also been clouded by legal battles, ongoing feuds, and personal drama. 50 Cent's warning to Drake seems to draw a line between Diddy's strategic decisions, like using drama to fuel his career, and the potential dangers of becoming too immersed in celebrity culture at the expense of one's reputation and long-term legacy.
I'm on bulletproof trucks and stuff like that. I paid for a bunch of them in the beginning.
Yeah, but you didn't have a fleet of, Rolls Royces.
Nah. You bought Tyson's house. That was a big thing at the time.
But that was just a house. Look, if you say once you buy it, because I bought it in a wire transfer, the upkeep is all you really think about. Because them places are like $70,000 a month. So I stayed there for 14 years.
Oh, you were there that long? Wow.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even call Tyson's house. It's 50 Cent.
It's 50 Cent.
Mike wasn't there.
You was there longer than him.
Oh, no, way longer than Mike was there.
But Mike is still...
He's Mike, though.
He's the chap.
Right.
Like, there's a difference when you convince everybody there's nobody in the world that can beat you versus you strategically picking a fight to stay afloat. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Mike is a different animal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you're saying that expenditures like that aren't as crazy as they appear?
Yeah, no, it's lifestyle stuff. If you didn't do that, you could have bought a smaller house, a more livable space, right? And then because 18 bedrooms, you're going to still sleep on one bed, bro. Like, it's a waste to a degree. But you just don't fly, you only fly private. But you got to allocate those expenses somewhere. If you don't spend it, they're just going to take it.
Do you only fly private?
Huh?
Do you only fly private?
A little more now. You see me on the jet a lot more.
But someone can catch you in a first class commercial seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm trying to get there, I'm just trying to get there as soon as I can.
But they do that VIP thing, right? Where you like come.
You don't ever see me off.
Yeah, you don't see.
I come off the plane.
Yeah, they go to some weird spot that normal people don't see. Like he's not sitting at the gate.
Then they drive the private car down the runway thing.
Yeah, he doesn't wait. When it says Group 1, he doesn't come out. That's not how it works. He's just on the plane. You're like, why is 50 Cent? Oh.
And I come off and I'm going before they can run into me. Yeah.
So, you and Floyd are good now. You and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
That's whatever. That's stupid shit. But now you also move into what you're doing in Baton Rouge.
Right.
Which I think is tremendous, remarkable. Yeah, like, I wish more people would do that, where you've gone to an area, you've brought jobs, you've bought real estate, you're investing in a community that, Talk about the foresight to do that and why you did it and the whole thing.
Initially, I just was going to do the studio. So the tax incentive around it was already set up. It was already blossomed at one point, and then the political side of things changed that. Avi Lerner, Millennium Studios was the studio. Avi, I just shot the Expendables with him in Bulgaria, right? So I was able to talk to the previous owner of the studio and said, "What's wrong with it?" And he's like, "Nothing. Just the tax incentive went away." So it's a different thing. I took a 99-year lease on the property, and then the stage works along with that, and then to revitalize the downtown area because it's the perfect place to shoot because it was completely empty. It almost looked like the vampires ate the people.
That show Dead?
Yeah, where everything's just missing
Walking
stuff.
Dead.
So the whole place looked like a set.
Wow.
At that point, because it was nice places, but it was
like frozen in time
empty.
almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when I'm like, yo, I got to do something now because they had heard big promises before and people didn't deliver. So I'm like, I'm gonna do the human harmony thing, and it was like, oh, this is great. So it'll be.
Drake has long been one of the most influential figures in music, with an unmatched run of chart-topping albums, singles, and collaborations. His dominance in hip-hop and pop music has put him in a similar position to Diddy in terms of influence and wealth. However, 50 Cent's cautionary words are grounded in the fear that Drake could be veering too far into the business of celebrity and entertainment, which could lead to him facing similar struggles Diddy encountered along the way.
Because I don't think that there's not a backlash to being successful in hip-hop culture. And it's created by the artist community itself. They don't say, what have you done? They say, what have you done for me lately? That whole cloud of, do you think he can do it again?
Right.
How many times he did it?
That's what I was trying to get to. It's like after a certain amount of time, after the massacre, after all these records are big, you've hit 4 times. Now it's almost like we're just waiting to be able to say you fell off.
Yeah, and you go, okay, well, this is the Drake position right now. You see what I'm saying? Like this is not, no one's exempt. Remember, all you needed was a Wayne verse? Mm-hmm. You don't hear the Wayne verse so much. You see what I'm saying? Like it starts to shift, and it's the other artists, new artists is coming that don't embrace the material.
How unprecedented is Drake's run, though? Like this has never happened before this long.
Yeah, this is broken. Our whole culture is broken. And they're finding a new way to do things. It's almost, he's a hybrid, right? Being a rapper and an R&B singer at the same time, and then it's easier to stay longer being more R&B singer than rapper. You see what I'm saying? Like if you, the other way around, look at all of them. They got the same tattoos. They got the same energy. Matter of fact, you want to see somebody go to jail? Tell Trey Songz he's an R&B singer. Tell Chris Brown that. Like you think they're soft and watch them go to jail.
Right.
So you look and you go, it's just we're in a different period where it's like, nah, I do this. And the melody, you got so many artists that using the auto-tune artists, they're rappers technically, but they sing it on the record. To get the auto-tune, that vibe that's going on, it's almost both. At the same time, who can do both the best?
You Drake haters is funny. He ain't real. He don't write his rap. He ain't. It's been 11 years, man. Shut the fuck up.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pod.
My name is Dorian from Group82Music.com, and right here we got 50 Cent talking about Drake's rise to the top. Drake debuted in 2009. That's his like national debut, best I ever had. Got the number 2 on the Hot 100. And from now on, I'm not saying their names. It's Hot 100, 200. So he got on there and he just hasn't left. He's been on the radio nonstop. He's been everywhere we could possibly imagine. And at this point, not only is he one of the greatest rappers of all time, you got to give this man credit. He's one of the greatest artists of all time. And 50 really breaks it down here because the man does both. He raps and he sings. He got a song called Both. I'm not talking about that, but he raps and he sings. And it's not so much the fact that he has that talent, it's the fact that he has blended melody into his music so seamlessly that it kind of changed the trajectory of pop music and rap music as we know it. Anytime rap got melodic, people fucked with it, right?
In hip-hop, image is everything. Artists are constantly navigating the fine line between maintaining their street credibility and building a mainstream, polished image. 50 Cent's warning to Drake seems to suggest that the pressure to keep up with the glamorous lifestyle and public persona could lead to mistakes that could tarnish Drake's career, much like how some of Diddy's decisions have been scrutinized over time. Drake's brand is crucial, and 50 wants him to avoid the pitfalls that come with being too focused on public opinion.
He like, you got what I need.
But you say he just a friend. And you say he just a friend. Oh, man.
That was a melody, and people really fucked with it. The reason people like Bone Thugs and Harmony, it was a melody. The reason The Chronic did what it did is because Dr. Dre brought the melodies from the funk era and combined it with gangster rap. Anytime you have a song, if you really want to go, it has to have melody. People don't want you just yelling at them. I had to learn this the hard way on the duct tape. They don't want you just screaming at them. They don't want you just cussing at them. They don't want that. And if you do that, you have to give them the melody. That's not saying your album cuts can't have that. They absolutely can. But if you want a song that's going to spread, there has to have some melody in there. It has to be something that girls can sing along to. And that's exactly what Drake's done. Even J. Cole is an artist we really think of as like a very intricate, serious rapper. His songs have a lot of melody. Kendrick has a lot of melody. As a songwriter, you gotta be thinking about this is where is the melody if you want that song to go. Now, if you just try to express yourself and you need the hardcore boom bap, like you need that to do that, my nigga. But a lot of y'all want y'all songs to get a bunch of streams. A lot of y'all want y'all songs to really pop on social media and TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and shit. You gotta throw some melody in there. You gotta give them something that's easy to sing along to. If not, they're not gonna fuck with it. And you're gonna wonder why, nigga, that's the reason. This music writing shit isn't really that hard. If you pay attention to what's worked. It's been like that since the beginning of time. We came out of the womb with melodies, nursery rhymes, ABCs, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Melody is in our souls as Americans. Just follow that shit. Stop trying to force everything that you think it should be and just find your version of what already exists. If you're an artist and you need more tips like this, specifically like deep songwriting music tips, this is not stuff I give on social media or in my DMs like that. I give this stuff in the one-on-one coaching sessions. Click that link in the bio on Instagram, purchase one of our packages for 60% off. If you're on YouTube, click the link in the description box, purchase one of our packages for 60% off. And we'll really talk about what it's like and what you should be doing in order to integrate melody into your songs, so that way they have a further reach.
Bitch, that shit fire.
Y'all thinking, hell, I don't know. This is the
Group82music.com. One of the key aspects of Diddy's career has been the personal drama that has often spilled into the public eye. From his infamous feud with 50 Cent to his complicated relationships with women and his business dealings, Diddy's personal life has often overshadowed his professional accomplishments. 50 Cent seems to be warning Drake that getting involved in personal drama, whether through social media feuds or other controversies, can quickly derail a career, just as it did for Diddy at certain points.
Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're going to make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, you take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
So far, Drake has been relatively quiet about 50 Cent's warning, but it's clear that his next moves will be under intense scrutiny. Drake, known for his witty comebacks and public responses, might be carefully considering how to handle this advice, or whether to ignore it altogether. How Drake reacts to this warning could speak volumes about his future in the music business and whether he's prepared to avoid the potential missteps 50 Cent fears.
Is this penis enlargement lawsuit?
Well, it's somebody from a Medi Spa that I had got a facial, at the spot. I was there with the girl.
But your skin does look good. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get it together. Yeah, so I'm getting the facial because I'm waiting on her. She doing what she doing, right? And I took the picture with her, and then she puts it up when she says something about penile enhancement.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, bro, that's definition of
So
character.
you just
It's a whole
taking a
bunch of stuff.
picture, but you there getting a facial, but then she almost adds it to penis enlargement.
Yes.
Wow. But you didn't get your penis enlarged from her.
My penis was enlarged since I was little.
Okay. So why is it important to go back and get like a slander or defamation of character or whatever this falls under?
It sends a message to the public not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. We can go do that until they really wish they didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they may
So
not.
this isn't about money. It's principle too. Like, you ain't gonna do that.
The money, then the lawyers, I spend millions of dollars anyway. Every year.
Bro, how much have you spent on lawyers since you've been in the game?
I spent $23 million on lawyers.
Whoa. Hey man, that's what somebody wished that they won in the lottery.
Damn. And I give it to the lawyers to defend myself at points because I get the lawsuits, whether they pro me or other things that I got to deal with.
Have you ever gotten something where you was like, man, this could end me?
Nah, not really. You know what's ill is I get into these situations and a lot of it is, I look at it like it's the cost of business because it's frivolous stuff, but you still have to pay, if you want the best attorneys, you have to pay big money. So
We are in a genre where we are here today, gone tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that 50 Cent is so damn relevant?
I love
post the first album, and you know what I'm saying? Or
I think, look, our culture loves things that are damaged. And at that point, I was probably the most damaged thing they've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come through and you say you're going to get rich or die trying, they love things that won't be able to sustain its position regardless. Like they get there and their own flaws of character.
50 Cent's own career is a testament to the highs and lows of celebrity life. After achieving massive success with his debut album and ventures into film, television, and business, 50 Cent also faced numerous setbacks, including bankruptcy and public feuds. His experience has given him a unique perspective on the pressures of fame and the impact it can have on an artist's long-term success. His warning to Drake comes from a place of experience, urging his younger counterpart to learn from the mistakes of others.
If you give them too much. You know what I mean? And that, it's interesting to watch. Like, it's like that, you go, yo, the craziest things work. Like, gold all in my grill. Like the Trinidad James thing, you look and you go, this is a real person. It looked like the character of Martin.
Right.
Right?
All right, here we go. Renee, mark that one down.
No, but it was real. That's
Here we go.
the way it looked. And we appreciated it. We liked it because it was like, yo, look at this.
Why do you think we liked you? Was it the
because
the shot 9 times?
And coming in with all of that baggage. But everything that everybody was still on the street.
But then when we're finished, when we're done with that, why?
Big, the guy that got shot 9 times, album says he's going to get rich or die trying, and everybody involved is still on the street.
I hear you.
Think it's possible he died trying? That's the highest stakes you can have.
Is this so-called entertainment game? Did you come in thinking about like the hustle game as well, the dope game that did like, man, this is easy for me?
You know, in the beginning, but there was always things that I couldn't understand that was happening. It was like I couldn't manage the artists. I couldn't keep all of the artists in pocket, or it'd be 5 of us here today. But
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
you talking about like G Unit, where
they're all, and because like when you look at all of the groups that came, right? They all kind of either the guy that's in there that is extremely talented pulls out to the front and he goes, "I'm going solo," and he like leaves the other guys, like, or there's the scenarios where. Because it started like that big. The beauty of how G Unit worked is my solo album took off so big that I just brought them with me. So it was clear that it was me creating the opportunity for everybody else in the crew.
Right.
But we was all together. I wish it would have been Yayo.
Why?
Because then I could have did all of the business.
Does that, when you say do all of the business, and
if he would have been 50 Cent big,
right,
then I would have been running the whole thing. You see what I'm saying?
Do you think that is better for you, or is it different for you?
Then it would still be two of us. It would still be
gotcha.
He'd still be 50 Cent as the artist and out there, and I'd be probably the largest asset to us.
How is the relationship with members of G Unit?
They're good. Like I just look. I think that they create their own path. You know, everybody does in life. Like they just it's different things. Like certain things I don't believe in based on. I think the things you go through make you who you are. Mm-hmm. And in my journey, like there's certain things that I'm not really. I don't even let it into my system like that. I think depression is a luxury.
Wow.
Because where I'm from, you can't afford to be depressed. You got to pay the bill, right?
Right.
So you got
loyalty is a major theme in hip-hop, and 50 Cent's warning about Drake potentially following in Diddy's footsteps also touches on the importance of staying true to one's roots. Diddy's public persona has been tied to his strategic alliances and sometimes controversial moves. 50 Cent, on the other hand, has built his career on a mix of loyalty and toughness, warning Drake that getting too caught up in the glitz and glamour of the industry could lead him to lose touch with the values that helped him get to the top in the first place.
Don't feel like being there. Mm-hmm. But they got responsibilities, so they they feel uncomfortable while they're working, while they're doing what they got to do. Like when these guys get in a slump and they just decide that they're not going to do anything, I'm like, where they do that at?
Right.
Even when you're on the street, you got a pack. You just decide not to come outside?
Yeah.
They're going to beat you. You're going to beat to death. Wait till you come out. They're going to beat the...
Yeah.
When are you in Ja Rule? Now, look, see, for me, Big, it's me performing music that takes people back to a different time.
Right. You can't change it up.
Right.
This is what it was recorded. This is
say
what you
it
want
like
to
this.
hear.
Yeah, and I'm going to do exactly line for line where it was, because music marks time. When it comes on, you feel like you felt in the period that song was special to you.
Why have it in the show, though?
Right.
Well, it's your
because
song.
It's I'm doing a set list.
Right.
I did music from, like I said, when Nas and them, like, a big part of, like, it was a huge crowd.
Yeah.
On the stage. It turned into a park jam. Like, it was like, it wasn't even the Summer Jam show anymore. Like, it was like, I bet you we counted, it'd probably be about 80 people.
Good Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And like, that wasn't my entourage.
So on the plane, did you and Ja Rule, did y'all have any words like, hey, how you doing?
Nah, I knew he was there before I got there.
On the plane?
Yeah.
Man, so do y'all see each other?
Not like, I saw him. Yeah, we sat right in first class. Like, he sat on the other side, of, like by the window. So somebody sitting at the actual edge of it. See, and then I sat down and I kept getting up and moving around and things.
Seeing if anything would happen.
Just making him uncomfortable because I knew that he was by himself. It was like him and another guy.
You're horrible. Making him uncomfortable.
He's a piece of stool.
You're a bully.
Yeah.
How you get a bully? How you get a bully? I'm the victim.
You're the victim? Oh, come on.
I've heard this before.
Who are you?
I've been victimized so
really?
many times. You know what? Nobody hears. All they hear is the shot. They don't see the person get slapped before it gets to that point. They see the the big response. They don't see what actually caused all of the things that happened. You know what I mean? So it's really, and Josh, because he wasn't involved with nothing. It just was him taking credit.
You're an equal opportunity destroyer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you will go, do you go after any kids? Because I know you go after men, women. It doesn't matter what nationality, what religion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I try not to.
Do you go into every battle knowing that you there's no fear?
Well, yeah. You gotta look. Fear is optional. It's always, but danger's real. You know, so you gotta look. You gotta know who you're talking to.
But you talk to everybody, and I don't think that you go and say, "Oh, I'm not saying nothing about this person because this person is a beast."
You know what happened? What I was doing was I don't like to start. I can always
you
tell
said this before, bro.
Yeah, I can always show you.
So everyone pick on you.
They did. Right. Oh, they did something to agitate.
Right.
Like you look.
What did Madonna do?
Madonna, I just looked. I said the first time, I said, look, you got to adjust. What's going on? You can't be like a virgin at 63.
Right.
Fuck it, babe. That's it. This is the real shit. Look. You can't do that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man.
No, I'm
gonna get her mad
Am
too.
I adjusting?
Right.
You see me doing different things on television to find my core audience again. And
this warning from 50 Cent could be seen as a turning point in his relationship with Drake. While they have had moments of camaraderie in the past, this public caution could strain their rapport. Whether or not they are able to mend fences or find common ground will be important for their future interactions in the industry. Both are powerful figures in their own right, and their paths may continue to intersect as their careers evolve.
The nigga Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get stout. Then he was like, he's like, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just say? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga fucking, this nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But there's a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop, trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, sitting out there for no reason. You don't see accident pictures with me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying be real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts.
Right.
It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit. But I'm trying to tell you, nigga asked me, could he take me shopping? And it fucked me up because I'm looking like, what the fuck did this nigga just say? I want to take you shopping. I got a bankroll out this motherfucker. I want to take you shopping. Why? Because when you walk around looking so motherfucking good, I'm going to feel like, God damn it, that motherfucker with me. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. But when a nigga tell me he want to take me shopping, what the fuck is the matter with this nigga?
Wait, hold on. But where was this at?
This was at the wedding.
Right after the wedding. I'm beefing with Steve Stout, and Puff is telling you he's going to take you shopping.
After the show's over. Swear to God.
Everybody going to want to be at Chris Lady's wedding right now. Everybody going to be like, yo, I was there.
And I'm bugging because look, while they was sitting there at the wedding, like I'm like this, look, because they hit.
Right.
Both Stout and Puff.
Okay, yes, they hit.
They fucked the Veronica, the girl that Trish was married.
Whoa, this is awkward. We did not know that.
So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck kind of shit we got going on?
Oh man,
goddamn! Like on my own little.
I guess our angel on our shit.
I know we just want to jump in like chill.
I was befuddled, son.
I'm still befuddled.
It is what it is. Now you gave me alcohol. Listen.
Did we take that shot already?
No, but this is the kind of awkward shit that was going on at the same time.
Damn, I didn't know
I'm
that.
sitting there looking, going like, what the fuck is okay? Okay, maybe this is one of those things where because I'm from the neighborhood, I don't understand what's really going on, right? And it was just his own little thing. Like Chris didn't give a fuck. I guess it was have everybody here so they know I'm secure. And I don't care about none of that shit. And everything's like, and I'm going through my own little feelings.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how that works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, that's what happened. And it was like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that was her get down. That was her type. You know what I'm saying? Like, executive type. Like, you want to tell me you went to school, shit like that. You better tell me you got no gag reflex.
I'm going to turn this serious.
I don't know if I'm bringing that up as a good idea.
So, I'm going to bring it serious. One question, and we're gonna move on from this.
Right.
But
instead, they are now expected to diversify their incomes and become entrepreneurs. However, the idea of shifting from rapper to mogul isn't something that sits well with everyone. For some fans, the notion that an artist might sell out or abandon their musical roots in favor of business opportunities is a bitter pill to swallow.